Hi, Hess School family, how are you? Guess what we are doing today? We are going to make cloud paint. Yes, cloud paint. So what you need for that is, you don't need this yet, but you do need is a bowl, a paintbrush, a popsicle stick, a measuring cup, glue, and shaving cream, okay? Now, I am using a 1/4 cup, but you can use a bigger size or a smaller size depending how much you want, but you will need equal amounts. Now, we talked about that before, equal. Equal means what? The same, right? So we need equal amounts of glue and shaving cream. So that means we need the same amount. So the same amount of glue and the same amount of shaving cream for this one, okay? And clouds, what color are clouds? What color are they? White, right? But sometimes they can be other colors like gray or black. Or sometimes clouds can even be like yellowish green if a storm is coming, like a tornado. But we are gonna make white clouds. If you want to make gray or black or yellow clouds, you can do that by adding a couple of drops of food coloring, but I'm gonna keep my clouds white, okay? And it is up to you. You can do that or you can make them different. All right, so when we make this, we're gonna make sure that we're wearing clothes that it's okay if they get a little bit messy, and we might need our grown-ups' help, okay? And that's okay because it can be hard to pour these things or measure them out. But I want you guys to try to do it as much as you can, okay? So let's start with our shaving cream. Now I have 2 cans here because like before, I don't know if this one will have enough in it, so I might need another one, but you guys don't need that much shaving cream, okay? Like I said, I'm just doing a 1/4 cup, okay? I'm gonna open this. I might have just enough. So I was filling my shaving cream and I was getting ready to show you guys, and as you can see in this next part, I spilled the shaving cream. It was not good anymore, so I'm going to use a new can. And you're gonna wanna make sure you shake it up really good. Like I said, mine was almost empty and that might be why it just spilled everywhere. But you're gonna make sure it's all nice and shaken up. And we're gonna try this again. Okay, I'm gonna squeeze it in here. Oh, much better. Okay. So I have my shaving cream here. You can see it. I did a 1/4 cup. Now mine went over a little bit, but that's okay if yours goes over a little bit because shaving cream does fluff up. And you're gonna use your popsicle stick to kind of scrape out the rest of that shaving cream. Okay? All right, now remember we needed equal parts, which means we need the same amount of glue, but can glue go over the edge? No, that would make a big mess. So you wanna make sure that your glue is level or equal with the top of your measuring cup, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and pour my glue in here. And I'm gonna just fill it to the top. I'm not gonna go over because I can always add more if I need to. I'm gonna go ahead and pour my glue in there. You can see it's going in. And just like before, I'm gonna use our popsicle stick to scrape out the rest of that glue. Okay. All right. So now I have my glue and my shaving cream in here. I know it's really bright lights in here, but if I turn off the lights over me, it's really dark. So it's either too bright or too dark. But I'm gonna go ahead and take my popsicle stick and stir up the shaving cream and glue together. And you can do the same. Go ahead and stir it all up. And if it's runny like this, that means you need a little, you gotta keep stirring, or you might need a little more shaving cream, okay? If it's too runny. You don't want it to be runny, you want it to be more puffy, like clouds. You want it to be puffy like clouds because we are making cloud paint. Okay, so mine is still a little bit runny, but not too much, so I'm just gonna add a little bit more shaving cream. Okay. And if yours is too runny, you can also add a little bit more shaving cream. That'll help make it a little bit thicker. And that's what we want. We want it to be a little thicker like this. I know it's hard to see. Let me see if I scoot up. Maybe this will help. There we go. Okay. So if you look in there, see how it's kind of runny, but it's still making like little peaks or little mountains? That's what you want. You want it to be like that. Okay, you're gonna mix it up, mix it really good, make sure it's all together, and then you can get ready to paint, okay? Now I'm using a blue piece of paper because the sky outside today is very blue. It's very sunny today, but you can pick whatever color you want. You can do blue like the sky. Maybe it's a nighttime sky and you're gonna do black or dark blue. You could do gray. You could do orange or pink like a sunset. It is up to you, or you could just do whatever color you feel like doing, okay? Maybe you just want to do whatever color you want for your clouds, and that is perfectly fine. Now I'm putting my popsicle stick inside of my measuring cup so I don't lay it on my table and make a mess. And I'm going to bring over my paper and remove my glue. Okay, now I'm going to paint. Move some of this stuff over a little bit, actually. Make some more room, because I have a really big piece of paper. You know what, I'll actually fold it in half. You guys don't have to fold yours in half. I'm just folding mine in half so that it makes, so I have more room. Okay, now you're gonna take your paintbrush and you're gonna dip it in there, and it can be messy, and you're just gonna dab it on to your paper like that, and it makes little clouds. Do you see that? See how it's making a cloud? It's starting. I didn't make a full cloud, so let's go ahead. And maybe you want to have really puffy clouds, but you want to make sure you're dabbing your paint, your puffy paint, up and down, okay? You want to go like this, because that'll help make it look more puffy, because if you go like this, it makes it just more flat. So I'll show you. See, this one looks more puffy like a cloud, doesn't it? And this one is just more straight and streaky. Now some clouds look like that, and we're going to talk about that, the different types of clouds and their names. But today we are just going to focus on painting our clouds and making them nice and puffy. Okay, and you can make more than one. I'm just doing one big one so you can see it, but you can make as many clouds as you want. You can do 1, you can do 7. It is up to you. Okay, make that. All right, I think my one cloud is ready to go. I'm gonna step forward here, and you can see that it's puffy. Do you see that? Isn't that cool? Now when you let it dry, you're gonna wanna make sure it dries flat like this. Oh, you can probably see it like this too. I didn't think about that. See how it's puffy? It's higher than my paper. You see that? I'm trying to block some of the lighting. Yeah, so you want to make sure that your paint dries flat like this on your paper. I'm going to put mine over here on the rack. But you want it to lay, or I can put it right here in front of me, lay flat to dry. And when it's all dry, it's going to stay puffy. It is so cool. So even though it's wet and it's paint, it's puffy paint, when it dries, it will dry puffy, and it is really cool. So I'm really excited to see if you guys make your puffy paint, what kind of clouds you make, how many clouds you make. You'll have to send me pictures, okay? I'm really excited to see what you guys did. I hope you guys liked our puffy paint. You can also store this in a container, like a not a Ziploc bag, like a little food container or something like that, like Tupperware, and you can use it later. It does not last forever, and when you do use it again, you're gonna have to stir it up, okay, and use your popsicle stick to stir it up again or something like that, okay? You have popsicle sticks in your take-home kit, so use those if you don't have any at home, okay? But you can reuse it. You can paint maybe with your brothers or your sisters or your grown-ups. It'll be a lot of fun to see all the clouds you guys make. Maybe you could, once they're dry, you can decorate your room with your puffy clouds. I like to cut them out of the shape of the cloud and do the puffy paint, and then we usually hang them up around our classroom. So maybe that's something you could do at your house. You could cut them out and hang them up around your house. All right, friends, I hope you enjoyed our cloud puffy paint, and I look forward to seeing all your pictures and how you did. All right, friends, I will see you soon. Bye.